This is the best and worst scenarios in wholesaling, and this is how you handle them. Alright guys, so the good scenario. Let's say you find a house on the market worth $200,000. It's currently being sold for $150,000 because the owner is in a rush to sell. Could be for any reason. You get in contact with the owner and negotiate a great price. Once you can negotiate a great price, you get an investor, sell that contract to the investor. So by the time you guys close, the buyer gets their money and the investor gets a good price on a house they're most likely going to flip or rent. In the span, after you close the deal, you made thousands of dollars without buying the property, flipping it, or having to go through an even longer process of just renting it out. So that's the best case scenario in wholesaling. Now, the bad scenarios. These are the ones you're going to have good connections to deal with. It can be either having multiple liens on the property, meaning there's multiple loans on the property. So when the property sells, the seller is going to have to pay those off before getting the rest of the money. And second is that the seller doesn't have the authority to actually sell the house. And this is how you handle them. So the answer to that problem is having a good title company. So a title company makes sure that the seller can sell the house and the buyer can actually buy the house, which would be the investor. So what that means is the title company is gonna make sure that what liens are on the house and that the seller is actually authorized to sell the house through a title commitment, which is a paper that basically shows all of that. So once you guys figure that out, then you can start working towards the problem with the seller, possibly the investor sometimes. So that's what you need to make sure you have is a good title company. Another bad scenario is running out of option period, meaning that if you back out of the contract, you're gonna be at breach of contract. So meaning you're running out of option days. So the answer to this is knowing your contracts and knowing what your exit strategies are. Meaning you study the contract you're using to get under the property. So if something goes wrong, you know when you can get out of the property. Or you can just put on the contract when you first sign it with the seller is putting I guess you can say overestimated option period, meaning that you can back out whenever time of the contract, no matter what day, no matter what time, you can back out. So make sure you know your exit strategies.